Hi. Hi.
See a picture. Hold it.
Where's your book?
Hey guys, we just potty trained our third boy and I wanted to share with you a few tips and tricks that helped us along the way. If you're new, hi, I'm Lucy and I have 3 boys. Charlie is 8, Noah is 5, and Jack is about to turn 2, and he's the one that we just potty trained, obviously. The method that we use for all 3 boys is the Oh Crap Potty Training. It's a book. It's really short and sweet. It's written by Jamie Glowacki. I think I'm pronouncing that right. You're probably thinking like, I don't want to read a whole book about potty training, but it's really quick. It's not like a fast read. You can read it in an afternoon. This video is on daytime potty training. I have a video on nighttime potty training and I will link that up here somewhere and in the description for you guys if you're interested in doing that. I should note that Jamie says in the book that it is better for your child to be able to do night and day at the same time. It just makes more sense, ditch the diapers altogether, but it's daunting to do them both at once. I haven't done it all at once for any of my boys. I've always done daytime first, like when they're awake, and then nap and bedtime I've kept the diapers on and kind of done that a little further down the road. Things you will need for this method are a little potty seat. I really like the Baby Bjorn one. It doesn't have any bells and whistles or anything. It's just simple and easy. I also like to have this Bath Royal seat that goes on the toilet, and it has like an adult seat and a child seat so that they can sit their little bums comfortably onto the actual toilet. And my 8-year-old still uses the child seat. So it really just lasts. It's worthwhile to buy this. It's not just for potty training, it's just for kids in general. I highly recommend a squatty potty. It just kind of gives them something to climb up on the actual toilet, and it's good for everyone who's doing a number 2. It kind of brings those legs up into more of a squatting position. It's a more natural position for doing a number 2. A wide mouth mason jar. This is for later on in potty training when you're doing outings and you're in the car. It's really nice to have a wide mouth mason jar with a lid that you can use if you need to pee right on the spot. A travel potty seat. You can take the Baby Bjorn seat, you know, your normal potty seat, into the car with you. That's fine too, but I like to have one that's like foldable and it stays in my car, and I use garbage bags with it. So we'll just kind of line it with a garbage bag. They do their business and then you can take the garbage bag, tie it up, and get rid of it instead of having to like figure out how to clean out the little potty when you're on the go. Step 1 in the method is to set a date. So you're going to want a long weekend. We actually chose to do this over Christmas weekend, which had positives and negatives. The positives were that nothing's going on, right? There's no sports, there's no activities for the kids. So we started on Friday, and I think Christmas was on Monday, and we went through, and Jason didn't have to work. It was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So we had 5 days, 5 days, and then he had to work on Wednesday. So a good stretch of time, if you can get 3 days, 5 to 5 days, where you don't have to go anywhere, you don't have to do anything, and your partner's there with you. If you have a partner that's doing this with you, someone else who's there with you, and you'll see why 2 people is really important. Actually, Jamie in the book says before step 1 of setting the date, you really want to make sure your head is screwed on right, which meaning that you want to approach potty training is as something that you are teaching your child, and it's going to happen. It's not something you're going to try out and see if they're ready. You're going to do potty training, and that's what you're doing, and it's not like a maybe we'll try and see. So you have to make sure that you are approaching potty training as this is just something your child and you are learning. You're doing it with them. You're getting rid of the diapers and then they're gone, and you're going to work through it and figure out how to help them get there. She says something like, you know, Yoda says, there is no try, there is only do. And you really have to go into it with that mentality. Another thing I like to do even before we start potty training, just in general with my littles that are still in diapers, is that I give them a lot of naked time. Now I have a whole video on pre-potty training, things you can do to like help your little one get ready for potty training, and I will link that again up here and in the description for you guys. But it's just like giving them naked time. So they will have accidents and they'll actually see that the pee comes out of them or the poop comes out of them. They can actually get familiar with their bodily functions, whereas having a diaper on all the time just kind of hides it. It's kind of in there. So yeah, having naked time, and then when they do go potty, while they're naked, you can take them to the bathroom and kind of show them where it's supposed to go. That helps out a lot. Also taking them to the bathroom with you, letting them see older siblings go to the bathroom, like making it a very open thing. Actually, with my second and third sons, I had so much naked time with my second born that before we even started potty training, it's actually the reason we started was because when he was naked, he would just take himself to the potty to pee. Not so much for poop, but for pee, he would go straight to the potty on his own. And we were like, oh, I guess we need to potty train. With my third, he had naked time and he was different. Like all kids are different, right? But he would go to the potty for number 2 and pee wherever. So they're definitely different and they're gonna learn in different ways, but it definitely helps to have that naked time before you start. Okay, and then about a week before you start, you can start dropping hints to the child. You can just say things like, on Friday, we're gonna take off the diapers and we're gonna have no more diapers and we're gonna put our pee and poop in the potty. Yay, it's gonna be really fun. Something like that. You don't need to say we're potty training, like those words specifically, but I wouldn't like go overboard with this, but you can mention it here and there. I don't know if they really comprehend or can like remember that long. Okay, so block 1 in the book, Jamie doesn't really talk days, she talks more blocks because every kid's different and they're going to move through this process differently. So block 1, day 1 for us was naked. So you're completely naked child, or they can have a shirt. I mean, I always had a shirt on them, but they could be completely naked. We are in Vermont right now, so he had a shirt on, but yeah, no bottoms, nothing on the bottom. And diapers are gone. No more diapers while they are awake. So when you wake up in the morning, you take off the diaper and say, no more diapers, you're a big boy now. We're gonna put our pee and poop in the potty. Say this very matter-of-factly and happy. Jamie says that if you're stressed out about this and anxious, that they can totally feel it. Like toddlers are much more about our feelings and our vibes than our words. So just have like a light-hearted, happy vibe. And what you're gonna do, and this is why 2 people is really helpful, is that you're gonna watch them. Don't be like creepy, but like you're gonna stay right with your child. You're gonna be playing with them and having fun with them and going with them everywhere they go in the house. You're not gonna leave their side. You're gonna be watching for their pee-pee dance. Every kid does a different dance for a pee-pee dance. Noah's was he would squat to pee. Jack, I think he kind of just got really still if he was gonna pee. So every kid is different. Some of them will touch down there if they're going to. It just depends on your child, but you're gonna look for that sign. And also you're gonna look for pee, because the first few times, like they'll start peeing. As they're peeing, you grab them, you know, gently and calmly, but you say, no, pee-pee goes in the potty, and you kind of like carry them to the potty. Yes, pee does kind of trail across your floor, but that's kind of the gist of this. Like if you have any expensive carpets or anything, you're gonna wanna take them up or kind of rope off that area until you're done with the early stages of potty training.
Do each one. Just keep going. It's fine because we're gonna put this up.
Again, you're gonna do nothing except watch your child. That this is like a very stressed point. That's why having the other adult to like make meals and like do the dishes and do all the other things that need to be done around the house, because it's really important to kind of catch them as the pee is coming out, because if they've already gone and you catch them and you're taking them to the potty, it's the faster you can catch them like while they're peeing, the faster this process will go. If you catch them once they've already peed, still take them to the potty because there might be more. Still tell them no, but you're gonna want to try to get it as it's coming out. I've noticed a huge difference there. Like if you can catch it as it's coming out, it clicks faster in their brains. But yeah, it's not as easy as it sounds. It's hard to catch pee as it's coming out. So don't beat yourself up if you miss it. Like just keep trying. It's gonna happen. It's okay. Just do your best. And that's why, like, if you have 2 parents, you guys can switch on and off and kind of give each other breaks on this, because it's going to be a long day. If they do pee on the floor, just say, no, we don't pee on the floor. Our pee goes in the potty. You do want them to get the idea that, like, pee on the floor is bad and pee in the potty is good. So, you know, with your facial expressions and your tone of voice, you're probably going to want to relay that somehow. You don't want to be like, no, pee doesn't go in the pot. Pee doesn't go on the floor. You want to be, like, a little more stern with the peeing on the floor and a little more like, thank you, you put your pee in the potty, thank you. So you have to kind of get that with your tone. Again, you're not scolding them. It's just like more of a, we want them to know one's good and one's bad. Another thing that's gonna really help is that when they first wake up in the morning, you're gonna wanna give them more fluids and try and give them you know, more of their fluids right when they're waking up and then kind of taper throughout the day. She calls this like the liquid pyramid, I think, but it's like an upside down pyramid. So like you've got wake up and then wake up, lots of fluids, taper to nap, and have very few before nap, like maybe a tiny little shot glass of liquid as the like before nap drink, because they always ask for that. And then the same thing when they wake up from nap, you want to give them tons and tons of fluids, as much as you can, like just offer. I mean, you're not going to force fluids on them, but just, you know, that's when you offer lots of different fluids. And then taper to bedtime. And this is also something you can start kind of before you start potty training. You can get them used to this, because some toddlers are very used to having like a very large drink before they go to bed. So if you're not doing night yet, it's okay. You can kind of do it as you're starting, but before you start to tackle nap and nighttime, you're going to want to get that liquid reverse pyramid down pretty well. So lots of liquids when they wake up, tapering to when they go to sleep again. And then when you get to nap time, you'll just say, you know, it's your nap time, you're gonna be asleep, it's a long time, and you might not remember to go potty, so we're gonna put on a diaper. And as simple as that, you don't have to say much more than that, and you put them a diaper on for nap. All right, and prompting your child is totally okay. There are certain times where like it's a transition and there's just natural times to go to the bathroom, like when you wake up, when you're headed to sleep, when you first get home from somewhere or first arrive anywhere, really, when you are leaving to go somewhere. Those are just natural times. Like those are times you would ask your child to go to the bathroom if you already have children. So yeah, prompting is fine. And if you're only getting pee in the potty when you prompt, then that's cool too. So like say you're about to go sit down for a meal, you say, let's use the potty, then we'll have lunch. And they go sit and use the potty, and because they've been told to. And it's totally fine if you're getting most of the pee into the potty, but it's kind of only when you're prompting. That's fine. That's success as well. So I want to just address prompting versus bribing. We're not going to say, if you go potty, then we can play this game. We're going to say, now we will go potty and then we'll do this. We're going to say, like, first we go potty, then we go outside. For some reason, those words, first this, then this, really work with toddlers. I don't know why. Yeah, you're not bribing, you are prompting. So because of all our pre-potty training, my second and third, I can't even remember what happened with Charlie, with my firstborn. It's been so long. But with my second and my third, the first day was really not hard for us because they were both so used to being naked and so used to kind of being prompted and going to the potty on their own. So the block 2 is when you put pants on, but it's just commando pants. It's not underwear. You don't want to put underwear on your kid at all because it kind of feels like a diaper. So for us, day 2 was block 2 also. So we put pants on Jack, and I remember this for Noah too. It was a total disaster. Pants on equaled tons and tons of accidents. We weren't paying close enough attention. I remember this with Noah, like it turns out we needed to pay way closer attention and be like right on him, but we had a lot of peed pants, a lot of wet pants, and a lot of unsuccessful, just, you know, I remember thinking with Noah, with my second, like, oh man, maybe he's not ready, because he was 18 months when we did it, and we put pants on and it was a total disaster, and it was like, this isn't working. And I didn't actually let myself feel that way this time because I remembered it from previously, and I was like, all right, we're gonna get past this. Jamie in the book says that she can't tell you how many parents have come to her like in tears, like this isn't working at all, this is a disaster. And then it's just like, you know, it goes straight from that to, oh wait, they're getting it. So it can look like a complete disaster and then swap right to they're getting it. So don't give up if it looks like a disaster. Keep going, because you don't know how their little minds are thinking and like how they're processing the information. So you just keep going, maybe just, you know, try to tweak things here or there and see if you can kind of get a feel for their pee-pee dance and just maybe watch them a little more or something. But even if you're missing the pee a lot, we're still having those conversations like pee-pee doesn't go in your pants, pee-pee goes in the potty, and they're still learning. So don't get too discouraged on block 2 or when at any time, but that was our discouraging moment, block 2. If we had the wrong attitude of like, going into it like, oh, we'll just try it and see how it goes, then this is when we might have quit, because putting pants on really just was a disaster for us.
Mom, did you take off his diaper yet?
Oh yeah, it's off.
It's off? Well, I feel wetness under there.
Really? Did he pee? Jackie, are you wet? Oh man, he's wet. Jackie, you gotta go to your potty to pee-pee, bud.
Hey, don't touch your pee. No, don't touch your pee.
You are wet. No. Shoot. And block 2 took the longest for us. So it was like day 2 to day 5. We were still in block 2. We were still working on pants on, trying to catch him partway through his pee and helping him get to the potty on time. And we did notice a progression. So on day 1 and day 2, I would say he was just peeing in his pants and we weren't catching it very well. But as we went through the days and even after that, still like he would pee less in his pants and get more of it in the potty, and then pee less in his pants and get more of it in the potty, and until he was just doing a tiny squirt in his pants and then doing the rest in the potty, and like he was recognizing it. So for the child, you're trying to get from this like mental timeline here is like from clueless to I peed, so recognizing that they peed, to I'm peeing, to I have to pee. So they're gonna get through that cycle. You're just trying to help them get to the point where they recognize that they have to pee. Jackie's still actually, now we're about 4 weeks in now, and he still says, Mom, I'm peeing. He's not actually peeing, he has to pee, but those are the words he uses. So I'm always like, wait, there's no pee in your pants, you're cool. But that's what he says when he needs me to help him get to the potty. Poop. Jamie has a whole chapter on poop in the book because a lot of people have a lot of struggles with poop. Poop has its own dance, I would say. Like usually my kids would try to hide behind something if they were gonna go poop, if they had their diaper on. So that's something you can kind of try to recognize before you start potty training, is like, do you know when they're pooping? And can you kind of see like, hey, they're squatting behind a chair, I think they might be trying to do poop. You can kind of see them pushing. What we did, which was like another pre-potty training thing, is that if we did see him do that with his diaper on, like before we even started potty training, we would pick him up and take him to the potty and have him finish his poop in the potty so that he could, like, you know, get the hang of it. All right, so as I said, day 2 through 5 was commando pants, block 2, and minimal progress, very slow progress. We weren't paying close enough attention. It was Christmas weekend, and you know, we were just doing the best that we could without much stress. We were kind of just like, meh, we'll just do the best we can. We clean up the mess when it happens and just keep moving forward. So I think you can get more success faster if you're more zoned in on it, but this is our 3rd one. We knew it was gonna happen. We just kind of did the best we could. Day 4 was actually Christmas, so we were really bad on that day. We didn't watch him much at all. Battery is dying. On day 6, I was alone. Jason was working, so I just did the best I could. I had to do other things. It didn't go that well. He had a lot of accidents. We had some good prompted catches, and he did go poop on the toilet, which was nice, less cleanup. So at some point in this process, you want to kind of hand over control to your child and be like, back off a little bit, because if you're constantly like hounding them, constantly in their face about it, no one wants to be in the stage of learning. People naturally want to have mastered something. So you kind of have to, at some point, you've got to feel out when that is, but kind of back off and be like, okay, here's your potty if you need it, and see what happens, and kind of give them the control. That kind of happened naturally for us because I was on my own day 6 and Jason was gone, and I have 2 other kids. So it kind of happened naturally, but I know with like the first one, you kind of have to tell yourself to back off, because if you over help them, that they over need your help. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're constantly there to help them, then they're gonna lean on you more, and they want to have mastered it. So at some point we started actually going outside and doing small outings. That's considered block 3. Make sure you go, use the bathroom before we go out. I think we actually went outside on day 2 or 3 just for like 10 minutes, but we used the bathroom on the way out the door. We went in after 10 minutes and he did really well. Day 7, I think we took a trip to the library on day 7 and he did really well. Went to the bathroom right before we left here. I think I took him to the bathroom right when we got there, but he didn't have to go, but at least I like showed him where it was, and if we needed to use it, it's there. And then kind of just hoped and watched, and I brought a few pairs of pants with me just in case we had an accident, but he did really well. I think I did have him go to the bathroom before we left the library. I think day 7, he also, that was like by the time we got to day 7, he was doing little squirts in his pants, just like that much wetness, and then we'd get to the potty. So definitely improvement, very slow. And from there it just got better, you know, lots more of those little squirts, and then catching it and realizing it. And I think it, you know, it took us a couple weeks before he was like consistently like, I'm peeing, which to him was he needed to pee. And today I still have to take him when he tells me. I still prompt him at transitions, and he still has accidents here and there. That's the thing, is like, if you're expecting perfection, you're gonna be disappointed. Yeah, I can't stress enough how important it is to just expect that accidents are a normal part of this, even once you're done. It's been like 3 weeks since we started potty training him, and if I expected perfection, then I would be disappointed. Perfection is not what you're looking for. You're looking for progress. The last thing is that he started staying dry for nap, and that's one of the indications they're ready for night training. Nap time, he has never had an accident. I'm definitely got the liquid pyramid going really well. Like, I definitely give him a lot more fluids when he wakes up and taper to nap. That's really important, and he does really well in nap. Nighttime, we've been kind of I've been struggling. He doesn't want to go pee at night. He just gets so angry, and I feel like sometimes he really just doesn't have to, but then sometimes he pees like, you know, an hour later, so he's just mad that I woke him up. I don't know. We're working on it, but I have a whole video on night training. I feel like I'm probably going to try and make another one about his night training, just because I've learned more. But I'll link the night training up here and in the description for you guys. And Jamie talks about it in the book too. If you'd like to get Oh Crap potty training, I'll link that down in the description for you guys as well. If I missed anything, if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more mommy content. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
You glue them each into one of those holes. And then you gotta put these on top.
Do you think that